Hi guys, I figured I'd make this quick little video because I found some old pictures last night and they are of my very first Wonder Woman costume, and to be honest guys, I miss wearing her. So it's like a bittersweet relationship, I guess you could say. A lot of people know me as Wonder Woman in the area, which is fine and great, but to be honest, I never thought I'd cosplay as Wonder Woman. So I'm doing this video as like a little journey storyline to tell you guys how I became Wonder Woman. It's actually a really funny story and people never believe me when I tell it, so I figured I might as well put it out there to the world and show you guys that anything's possible and you can actually be somebody who you thought you never could. So okay, so I'll start from the beginning. I have always wanted to do things like children's hospital events, things like that. I volunteered for festivals and things with face painting prior, but never as a cosplayer. I was contacted by a company asking if I wanted to come to the Stollery Children's Hospital for Halloween, and I was like so excited because that has always been one of my things, is if I can make it there to make the kids smile, that is winning, 100% winning. So I was like, oh my gosh, yes, please, please, please. Like, what do you need me to do? What do you need me to get? Is there anything that's, you know, required? All these thousands of different questions. Well, do you have a Wonder Woman costume? And I was like, no. And they're like, well, we have somebody who wants to use your retro Batgirl, but we thought that you would make a really good Wonder Woman. Would you be able to find a costume in time for the event? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's the only thing standing in my way of helping out some kids on Halloween is being Wonder Woman. And don't get me wrong, guys, I've loved Wonder Woman since I was teeny tiny. She's always been my favorite, top of the list, 100%. But never did I think that I would dress up as Wonder Woman because I didn't think I could embody her. I didn't think that I would do her justice. That was cheesy. But I didn't think I'd be able to do her justice, so I was like, I am not going to dress as Wonder Woman because it is going to be a disgrace. And so this whole time I was like, oh my gosh, Wonder Woman helping kids out. What am I going to do? And I was like, screw it. I'm going to become Wonder Woman. And it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And when I say that, I'm not even exaggerating a little bit. This was the time of year, of course, Halloween was coming. So there's Halloween shops and all these other things. And I really do not get mad at me. I don't mind if people purchase costumes. That is not what I'm saying. But for me personally, I did not like anything available and ready. So anything that I could pre-purchase done as Wonder Woman was not something that I liked for myself. I had a limited budget, so it wasn't like I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go buy a corset and I'm going to go buy thermoplastics because I'd never worked with thermoplastics before. I'm going to sew my own costume. I didn't sew at this point. So I was like, what the heck am I going to do? You guys, my costume was so ghetto. Like, for me, for my standards, it was ghetto then. And I look back now and I'm like, oh girl, But okay, so this is what ended up happening. This is the most frustrating part of this costume, was finding a corset for it. I was on a budget, so I could not go to the corset shops here in town and drop 130, 140 bucks on a corset. One, because it wasn't a costume I ever really thought I'd wear again, and two, because it was, again, a budgeted costume. So how am I going to put $130 into one item when I need to do the wig, the headpiece, like the whole outfit? And I was so frustrated. So I ended up going to Party City, which, if none of you know what Party City is, it's like a local party store. So they have party decorations, they have costumes, they have a bunch of things all year round. And I found a $29 crappy Halloween corset. And I was like, you know what? This will work. I will make this work. I will suffer and we will make this happen. So I bought a $29 corset. Next, I needed a headpiece and I needed some bracers, and I was like, I can't find anything I like. I don't know how to sew or work with thermoplastics, so I spent $6.99 on a cloth headband and cloth bracers, so they're literally silver cloth. They were terrible. And then I was like, okay, well, I need a wig. Well, I didn't know good wigs, and trust me, I'm still no wig expert. I know a good company. I am crap at styling. But I found a Linda Carter old school Wonder Woman wig for I think 45 bucks. So far that was the most expensive thing I had bought. I went to Ardene's and I paid 10 bucks for blue leggings. And then I found a red thing from the dollar store and a thing of gold rope from Canadian Tire. No, not Canadian Tire, Fabricland, sorry. And I put those together. Those cost me under 10 bucks for the two of them. So I had already owned a pair of red costume boots. So I went and spent 15 bucks on white duct tape. And I had taken them and I had duct taped up the toe and up the leg, and that was my Wonder Woman boots. So as you can tell, so far the whole costume is pretty ghetto. And then I needed to do, of course, the Wonder Woman crest. I can't believe I'm even doing this. I took craft foam and I just cut a W and painted it gold, and I used bobby pins to pin it onto my corset. So you can see the bobby pin marks on both sides of this $29 corset. But in the end, it was a costume. It was together. So I was like okay with this. It wasn't like my favorite costume ever, but I was like, okay, it looks okay. I'm going to be able to go and see some kids and they're going to appreciate anything that I've put together to look like a hero. It's going to be fantastic. Like, I somewhat look the part. We're good. So anyways, rage aside, we got dressed in the parking lot at the hospital. That's fine. I've gotten dressed in parking lots before. No, I don't strip down. No, nothing is seen as far as I know. I had the pants on already, so it was pretty much just get out, put the corset on under my shirt, zip the corset up, take the shirt off, tie the corset, and away we go. You'd think it'd be that easy, right? Like, I've put all of this effort, this money, this time into trying to get this costume just to live my dream of making children happy. Note to self. Do not purchase a $29 corset from Party City. Why? You guys, I wore this corset once. I tried it on to make sure it fit, took it off, brought it to the event, got dressed in the parking lot, seams let loose. And I'm not talking like a little teeny tiny, like a whole chunk in my side let go. And I'm like, I haven't even gotten into the event yet, and my costume broke. Like, what? It's brand new. This should not happen. I am annoyed. I am angry. I am so upset with myself for cheaping out and buying a $29 corset. But I went into the event, and the whole time, every picture, my hand is on my hip because it's hiding this gaping hole in the side. Oh, let's take pictures. Everybody stand on my left side because I have this hole. So I'll turn a little bit to my right and you're just going to get right profile. I was like, this is not happening to me right now. But luckily, the coordinator of the event was super sweet. They ended up giving me packing tape, which sounds really silly and it didn't actually help, but it was something to like put on it in case the seams decided to go more. So I appreciated the help, and in the end it was 100% worth it. It was the best day ever. The kids were so happy and they came around and we gave them all candy and we got to take pictures, and it was fantastic. Like, it was all in all 100% worth it. And that is kind of my origin story, I guess you could say, of my transition into being Wonder Woman, because no word of a lie, you guys, a week and a half after that one event, I got asked to do another event as Wonder Woman, and I was like, we are doing this correctly. So I went and I purchased a better corset. I still used my ghetto boots because, let's face it, the boots worked. And then I went and I bought dance bottoms, and I hand painted the stars on my bottoms. So up to today, the bottoms that I've used for 6.5 years now, so this was like forever ago. So 6.5 years ago, I hand painted stars onto Dancer's blue bottoms, and I've used those. Like, I'm retiring them this year. They have now been retired. So they have been 100% worth the extra cash. I guess the moral of my story is don't put a limit on what you can achieve. If you feel that you can't be a character, you're wrong. You can do anything you put your mind to, and even if it is, in my words, a ghetto version of something, in the end, it was 100% worth it. It's made me who I am today. It's pushed me to achieve more, and I am forever grateful for that. And yeah, and the best part is not only did I make the kids' day, but it pushed me to be bigger and better. So please remember, don't be so hard on yourself. You can do anything you want to do. You can be anybody you want to be. Cosplay is great for that. So remember, love what you do, be true to yourself, and push forward. But yeah, that's it for now. So, bye.